Yeah, but at the start we saw John Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Arydia, the path we dare tread. Oh, daren't we? Ah, man, I should not have. That was a waste of a joke, man. Let's run it back from the top. Anyways, if you missed last episode, we killed some salamanders. I got our sweet, sweet revenge now that we are over leveled for the occasion. And then we returned to the city of Eastgate, which has recently been opened to us. And did a lot of talking. We did so much talking. Turns out there's a lot of stuff to talk about in this city. It's great though. We advanced Rix's Fellish personal story, and then I drank some water because I really needed it. And now we are in. Oh hey, I recognize that face. Sorry, I got distracted. Now we are in the something dwarf. The dainty dwarf, the drunken dwarf. It's like a tavern, you know. And we do in fact have a quest here. So, Blue Lady over here wants to run a successful business empire. As you can see, she has some humble beginnings. There's somebody who wants to run her out of town, essentially. Just make a hostile market environment for her so she cannot succeed because they don't want competition. And our job right now is to try and stop this from happening. So that's where we are at this time. Later on, if we have enough time, we're going to attempt to woo somebody named Bilma on behalf of 3 different men. So that's gonna be a thing too. We'll look forward to that later. Without further ado, let's talk to Embassy 21 because it's been a while since we have spoken. If you have not been here the entire time or simply forgot, both of which are understandable, this is, oh, what's her name? Like Kayla or something? Lyria. I was way off. This is Lyria, who we rescued from a block of ice a while ago. And she's been studying things about the kingdom that used to be in this area. She's a slim woman, she's determined, and she shuffles her papers. Lyria is sitting at the table, poring over the countless parchments splayed across it. It's good to see you. I hope your journeys treat you well. I've been busy researching the Queen and the Magi. I believe I have some leads for you to follow. So, long ago, in the before times, before we found out there were other world maps to explore, oh my goodness, um, we crafted a theory because we met a ghost who said she was killed by a blonde-haired man uh, with like a wicked grin, try to take her squill. The squill crumbled to dust because that's what they do, apparently. There's an enchantment. Then we ran into somebody, or we ran into Lyria, who said that she and her friend met with an exile with blonde hair who killed her friend and attempted to kill her by locking her in a block of ice. And we know that he tried to take the friend's squill because she had a pile of dust in her hand. We also know there's like a statue of the queen of this land over in the mountains. Um, and she looks sad. and the statue said something like she was imprisoned here by the Magi or something. Uh, and then we also know that there is somebody in Cupic outskirts with blonde hair who purports to be Lyria's friend and wants us to turn in a relic from the Queen's time to him. So my somewhat educated guess based on all this information is that he is the person who's killing people. Although we ran into another exile who also has blonde hair and actively murdered one person. So maybe I'm way off base. But anyways, this person um still sitting there waiting for us to give him this medallion we found, and I'm not going to do it because I highly suspect that possibly he is the Magi who, or one of the Magi, if there are multiple, who imprisoned the Queen, and the squeals have something to do with the ritual. Couldn't really tell you what, though. So, that's where we are at. Let's keep talking to Lyria. Uh, Tell us about the Queen. What have your research showed up? What has your research turned up, I should say? The Queen's name was Sendai. Her queendom extended throughout the lands we now call the Basin. That's where we are on the world map right now. And the Magi. If I'm reading this correctly, the Magi protected the Queen from some evil. It's very vague, a sort of shade or wraith, perhaps? Ooh. Uh-oh, things are not looking good for our hero anymore. Do you have any leads? It seems the Magi protected the Queen using a certain weapon or item. It's referred to as the Orb. When the Queen passed away, the Magi hid this orb somewhere in the Queendom. Okay. Tell us more. If I'm reading this correctly, the texts say the stone tablets lead the way to the orb. It was the orb that Kalos was after, I'm sure of it. Follow the tablets, find the orb, and return to me. So we do have, I think, 2 stone tablets. Just gotta find them. I got a lot of stuff. Oh, wait. On the Hunter's tablet, the stone tablets lead the way is the text that we're looking for, but we also have the forlorn tablets. So let's open up the Hunter's tablet, and by that I mean let's show it off to Lyria, who I trust implicitly now. Draw event 132. The tablets. You show Lyria the stone tablets. I knew there were more of them. Yes, according to these texts, there are 6 tablets that lead to the final resting place of an object of power. This is what Kalos was seeking. Do you have 6 stone tablets? No. The texts give vague hints as to where you can find all 6. A cave in the west. We found that, yeah, in the cave in the mountains. Okay. Grasslands in the east. I think that's where we found the hunter tablet. A forest fort. Oh, a forest fort. Really? Because we went to the forest forts in the second island, and we explored that whole thing, and it's not there, as far as I know. An icy stream. I don't think we've been to an icy stream. A small waterfall and a large waterfall. Oh boy. Okay, there's a lot of places to search then. Index this card without looking, but I'm gonna jot that down in my journal. All right. Tablet hints. Cave in the west. Check. Grasslands in the east. Check. Forest fort. Icy stream. Small waterfall. Large waterfall. Okay, we have jotted all those down, then we're going to index this card without looking at the back. Thank you for that, Lyria. And that's all she has to say for now. Let's go talk to NPC 181. Line cook. She's a human woman. She's overworked. Her actions are cooking, and her crick is muttering. A woman in a white chef's hat is here, running to and fro in the kitchen, mixing, flipping, and generally controlling the chaos of the kitchen. 2 more eggs? Why don't they just drown in yolk? Don't boil those hams, and remember to prove the bread. Oh, looking for some food, are you? Or is it squeals you're after? What kind of food you got? Listen, I've got orders of plenty, and not much to give you. Most of this food here is spoken for. The only extra is the scraps. What about squills? Sorry, I've already given mine. Should have gotten more for it, really. I can't help you there, I'm afraid. Okay, we'll take your scraps. Ha! These are only good for throwing out or feeding the animals. If you want them, sure. How about a copper K for the scraps? Okay. We do that. DM, we do that. Cost 1K and gain key item 109. Poor exiles eating the food scraps. I suspect we're going to have to feed an animal later. Alright. Scrap meats. You have a small paper parcel of scrap meats from the chef in Eastgate. It is quite smelly. Keep this card. Oh boy, we're going to keep it for a long time. Oh boy. I love carrying meat around unrefrigerated for long periods of time. It's great. Anyways, keep this card until you find the card with the exact text, jowls rippling and fangs bared. Okay. And that is all she does for us. Then we go here to NPC 164, who I'm fairly certain we're going to be able to get by because we have the runner's token. This is Alert Bouncer, a human woman. She's calm, she cracks her neck, and she has one arm. So it cracks her neck, and she has one arm. A woman with thick, rippling arms. With thick, rippling arms is here, but her quirk is she has one arm. Okay. Letting Will just people up the staircase. Ah, I was told about you. Let me know when you're ready to head up. Told by who? Whom? You should say told by whom. Either way, it was our mutual friend. You ready to head up? Yes. Head up. The bouncer looks you over. Do you have key item 112? I don't think so. It's been a minute. Oh, that's probably the fine clothing. Oh, man, we have to pay money to get in here? Boo. Boo. Boo that game. Boo. All right. Yeah, right. Oh, you know what? We have the key. What key was this for? What fort was this for? Sorry. Hold on. Old tower key to the ruined Bleakwood Fort is located in the forest north of Boskton. Oh, okay. So that's probably on the rim map. We'll get there eventually. Right now is not the time. Let's not get distracted. No. I can't let you up there dressed like that. Go get something nice on, then come back. I'd try the House of Habiliments. Index this card. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Alright, so what we do is we go back to the House of Habiliments, which was not that one. Not that one. This one. I'm not going to bother getting out the whole map. I'm just going to go talk to, or do the POI 117? Is that the one I need to go to? Maybe. Why not? Why not, right? POI 117. Let's try it. I don't remember if I go talk to the person. Ugh, it's 10K. Ugh. Alright, well, let's see if we can buy it from the point of interest or if we have to talk to the person. Oh, right, so ask for help at the clothing department. Emerging, the clerk comes over, takes your measurements, and heads to the back room. Emerging a few moments later, they show you some dress clothes in your size. They tell you the price is 10K. We pay 10K. Ah, this is where all our money's gonna go. Good grief. You better get paid well for this. And not just in squills. Again, key item 112. Excellent. I'll wrap them up for you. Ugh. Key item 112. We got dress clothes. You have obtained a fabulous set of dress clothes from Heggie's House of Habiliments. You may sell this item for 2K. If you do, banish this card. Okay. Now we go back to the bouncer. Boop, 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 boop. Sorry. I've been putting the small tiles up behind my keyboard and one of them slipped down and I had to go fetch it. Slipped down underneath my keyboard, I should say. We return to NPC 164, the bouncer. Alright, let's head up. Do you have key item 112? Excellent. Welcome to the ballroom at the Dainty Dwarf. I hope your evening is everything you hope for. Oh, I suppose it's a woman. Yeah, that can still be a woman's voice. Draw medium 57. Alright, scene change. The ballroom. The upper crust of Eastgate society are here, dining among a much more subdued atmosphere than the hubbub downstairs. A few minstrels pluck a tune as servers quietly wait in the wings. One table looks rather boisterous and loud. You'd think it might be Crunny. Okay, I also noticed there's a small tile here we can go into and a long tile over there we can go into, and I hope it doesn't lead to another chain of locations because Eastgate is huge. Alright, so we go upstairs. I assume this is Crunny right here, so we're going to go over here first, talk to NPC 172. Eastgate Noble. Doesn't even get a name. Human woman, she's bored, she glances around, and she has a smirk. A brown-haired woman is here, dressed in a fine ball gown. She sits at her table, apparently bored by the evening's entertainment. You're not fooling anyone with those dress clothes. I can tell you're in exile by your uncouth manner. Well, you're at least more interesting than the idiots at the head table. What's wrong with exiles? Oh, I wish I still had my squills so I could order you about. Oh, leave me to my boredom. So who's over there at the head table? I tire of the boisterous talk and endless prattle about this business conquest or that sly... This business conquest or that sly dealing. No, I'm not much for Crunny's company. Ooh, tell us more. Her gaze flicks to the large elf, her purple eyes glinting. Wait, hold on. Purple eyes is a hint. I remember this. There's something about purple eyes. She's the one who's tricked us multiple times. She robbed us in, like, the third episode, and then she got us to make a potion that she didn't even use because she was tricking us there, too. Okay. Her gaze looks to the large elf, her purple eyes glinting. Ah, the most powerful ledger man in Eastgate. He's a fool and a bore. Let's point out her purple eyes. She smiles at you and stands up. Draw event 387. I may be creating artificial suspense here, don't worry about it. 387. As you begin to ask her the question, she raises her palms slightly. Listen, she says quietly, I don't have time for an outcast's questions or inquiries. Leave me be and don't get in my way, understood? With that, she disappears into the crowd. The rest of the people at the table follow her, leaving the table empty. Discard this, or no, flip this and place this card on medium 57. Oh. Oh my. She just disappeared. Okay. PUI 118 is in her place now, and I guess we can go look at that. I'm confused. I think I forgot what purple eyes may have meant. Table at the ball. You find an empty seat at a table. The hustle and hubbub of the fancy party is all around you. Waiters walk to and fro holding platters of delicious food, and couples dance on the ballroom floor while a live band plays. Ooh, let's look at the waiters. Get some food over here. The well-dressed servers flit about the room, bringing food and wine to guests who seem to have no lack of appetite and thirst. Okay, let's get some food. Waiters serve full plates of dinner table by table. Over at the large table to the east, you see an elven man speaking quietly to his neighbor. Okay, so you want me to talk about the elven man, but what about this band? Since I apparently can't have food, can I enjoy the music at least? Can I afford that? A live band is playing something upbeat for people to dance to as guests yammer away at tables. It's getting quite loud in here. Okay, elven man. You think this is definitely Crunny. He's sitting out at the head table. You can catch a few words as he speaks to his neighbor. Good, Red, but white wine, for some reason, it turns my stomach. You lose his voice in the din of the crowd. Okay. Okay, let's go talk to NPC 169. Sup? We don't mean to corner you like this, just this is how we stand. Tega the Winekeep. She's an orc woman, she's aloof, she has her chin up, she has good posture. That's your quirk, is good posture? Oh, what a sad commentary. You see a finely dressed orc here, looking down her nose at everyone. She is tending to wine bottles and serving guests. Welcome to the Dainty Dwarf's Ballroom. We have the finest vintages in Eastgate. If you're ready, please let me know your order. Or order. That was on me. I ruined that one. Ooh, tell us about this ballroom. The Dainty Dwarf has been a fixture of Eastgate for many years. It is said Lady Lang herself commissioned the inn as a public house. Ooh, tell us about your vintages. Can we have a free bottle? Tonight we offer 3 wines. La Clara, a bright red from a local vineyard. We also have a couple of imports. Gourmand is a velvety red from Saroon City. And last we have De La Frille, an elvish white with floral notes from the old forest. Okay, hold on. Alright, so the white wine is a trap. Even though it says it's an elvish wine, it's a trap because white wine turns his stomach. You know what else is great? We're dirt poor. Alright, hold on. What can we do? Okay, so we can get the Clara, a bright red from a local vineyard. Gourmand, a velvety red from Saroon City. And we're not going to get Thilafrille, the elvish white with floral notes from the old forest, because that'll just poison the dude. Do I remember? All he said was a good red, and I do not know wine, so is bright red worse than velvety red? I would assume so. Like, I would assume he wants the Gourmand, the velvety red from Saroon City, but I can't afford that. So do I do the worse option that's still a red? I wish I weren't poor. Actually, no, that's not true. I wish things just weren't so expensive. My goodness, things in this game are expensive. It's not like I can sell a lot of stuff to make up that difference. I don't think I have anything to sell at this time. Yeah. You just do not get a lot of money in this game. And what I do get, I spend on repairing my armor. I spend a lot of money on that. You know what we could do is just come back to the party another time. It would help if I didn't have to pay 10k for clothes just to get into this area. My goodness. You know what? In the interest of brevity, I'm just going to pay 3k to get the cheap bottle and hope that's good enough. Draw event 481. Oh, sorry. Excellent. And is this bottle for you, or did you want to send a bottle to another table? Let's send it to another table. Event 481 for the Cladach. Hold on. I read ahead. You asked for the Cladach wine, and if it could be served to Crooney's table. Of course, I will serve him our cheapest wine with your compliments. Crinia's guests are surprised by the waiter showing up with the wine. They all seem confused when the waiter shows them the bottle. A few guests take a glass, but Crinia refuses the wine. Gain 1 experience and then banish this card. Okay. You try a thing, it doesn't always work. I guess that was money wasted. Are we trying to get him by himself or just get him drunk? I think we're trying to get him drunk. Okay, I guess we have to come back later. That's awkward. Awkward for me. I don't think there's anything against just leaving. I just don't know where I'm going to get a bunch of money from. So I need to note in my journal I need to come back with 8k. Jeez. If only we weren't poor. If only people gave us money for stuff instead of wooden tokens. I guess let's explore the watchtower first. I assume this is a watchtower, small 80. Maybe somebody just like dropped 20K on the ground. A man can dream. Okay. All right. Guards barracks. A clean swept barracks is here. Guards in uniform walk in and out, coming in from patrols or setting off on errands. A clerk sits behind a large wooden desk, speaking with the guards as they climb up the wooden staircase or head past toward the stone stairs leading down. Oh, why is this place so big? Oh no. Okay, so wait. There's stairs leading down, stairs leading up. And there are just guards going both directions for no apparent reason. Okay, oh, that's why it's confusing, because this is backwards. I'm like, that doesn't line up. Right. It would help if you did it correctly. Event 172, I guess. We'll just do that right away. Guard duty. As you walk through the barracks, the guard behind the desk beckons to you. Quick, exile, I need your help. He takes you around the desk and sets you at the wooden chair. I need you to stand watch here for me real quick. There's an errand I have to run, but I'm not supposed to leave my post. He puts his guard helmet on your head. Okay. Read the following text boxes out loud one time. Oh gosh, okay. I'm gonna have to remember something. This is not gonna be my strong suit. Listen, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Here's all you have to remember. If you see Gresh the orc, he needs to know the captain wants to see him outside the city gates. Gresh, orc, captain, outside. If the second lieutenant comes, he's not allowed upstairs unless he has a check-in sheet from the captain. Second lieutenant can't go upstairs. Oh, stop. No, don't add more. Okay. Gresh, orc, captain, city gates. Second lieutenant not upstairs without checking the sheet. I suppose I could just write this down, but in the moment, I don't think I'm going to. Sergeant Waters, a halfling, may drop off a sealed envelope. Be sure to give it to the first lieutenant. Gresh, orc, captain, outside city gates. Second lieutenant not allowed upstairs without a check-in sheet. Something the halfling needs to give something to the first lieutenant. May drop off a sealed envelope. Okay. And last, tell Grast the spears need to be sharpened and the swords oiled. Okay. Sergeant Waters, first lieutenant. Grast, spears sharpened and oiled. Grek the orc needs to talk to the captain outside the gates. Second lieutenant can't go upstairs. Got it. Okay, I'll be right back. Thanks so much. The lad runs out the door and you're left alone. Do not reread the guard's instructions. Draw event 173 and then banish this card. Okay, alright. I have covered the offending text. Draw event 173. We got this. Minute 1. A moment later, a halfling wearing a guard's cloak walks in. Look sharp, a sergeant just walked in. I expect you to salute. The name Waters is embroidered onto the patch of his vest. He hands you a sealed envelope and begins to make his way upstairs. Gain key item 135. Okay. 135. Sealed envelope. An envelope bearing the wax seal of the Eastgate City Guard. A guard asks you to give it to someone. Keep this card until you give this to someone. You are a sergeant, which means you are not the first or second lieutenant, so you can go upstairs. Allow him to go upstairs. He walks on, keep this card face up, place an army cube on the action you chose. Okay, alright. He walks on past you up the stairs, humming as he goes. Draw event 174. Okay, so we're gonna... Oh, it is on camera. Nice. Draw event 174 is the next one, and we have this sealed envelope now. Gotta hurry before it all floods my mind, or leaves my mind. Minute 2. No longer than a minute goes by before a large orc comes down the stairs. His name badge says Grast. "Hello. Must have overslept, I have. Now, what orders do you have for me, Private?" Sharpen the spears and oil the swords. Puts an armor cube on it. "Yeah, repair work again. All right, I'll get right on it." He heads downstairs. Draw event 175. Minute 3. As soon as the orc is out of sight, you hear the clank of metal. Through the main door, a large armored woman strides. Her cloak has a different design from the other guards. "First Lieutenant Kirna, reporting in." She makes a quick salute that you return. "I'm tuckered out and going to head up to get some sleep." She begins walking toward the staircase. Give her the sealed envelope. She's first lieutenant. Yes, she's first lieutenant. She gets the envelope. Flip this over. She takes the envelope, then heads upstairs. So I now banish the envelope. Kind of loving this. This is fantastic. 176. Minute 4. You're beginning to feel fatigued when another orc shows up with a thick black beard. He cracks his knuckles and says, "Well now, Private, what assignment do you have for old Gresh?" Is this a misprint? Because the first orc was also called Gresh. Oh no. He was like Grek or something for the... Oh no. Hold please. You don't need a check-in sheet, I know that much. You're either sharpening spears and oiling swords, or the captain wants you outside the gates. Ooh, I don't remember. I mean, I guess either I made a mistake the first time, or I make a mistake this time. Either way, I don't think I should double up on an answer, so... Hey, Gresh. Captain wants you outside the gates, I guess. Maybe. "Okay, thanks." He snaps a smart salute and sets off. Okay, yep, I hope that's okay. Oh no. Event 177. I kind of love this quest, but it's a little stressful. You're feeling quite overwhelmed by the whole situation when a dwarf walks in, stroking his beard. "Good day, Private. Second Lieutenant Faden reporting in. Just popping in for my things before heading back out on patrol." It doesn't say that he's going upstairs, but I don't have the envelope to give him, and the captain does not want him outside the gate, so I guess the only option is ask him for a check-in sheet, even though he doesn't say he's going upstairs. So that's what I'm doing. Ask him for a check-in sheet. "Oh, yes, I almost forgot." He hands you a parchment and then heads upstairs. Draw event 178. Duty complete. In a rush, the young guard comes back into the barracks. "Thank you so much for your help. Now quick, tell me how you did." The correct choices are as followed. Minute 1. Allow him to go upstairs. Okay. That is correct. Minute 2. Tell him to sharpen the spears on one of the swords. Hey, we got it. Alright, good. I was worried we got these two flipped, but we're good. Minute 3, give her the sealed envelope. We did that. Minute 4, the captain wants to see him outside the city gates. We did that. And minute 5, ask him for a check-in sheet. We did that. "Oh, thanks for your help, honestly." He takes the helm back and hands you a squill. Gain 1 experience and 1k for each correct choice above. Oh, sweet. We get 5k. Now I'm really sad that I spent 3 on that cheap bottle of wine, because, we would have been able to afford the expensive one now. That's awkward. Then... Oh, wait. Also, we gain 5 experience. which I have to figure out how to represent. I have, oh, right, I go 3, 1, 1 plus 5 is 10. This is where everyone says, well, doy, don't you know math? And it's like, yes, but there's math and then there's math, and this is the math that requires messing with tokens that are in set denominations, and there's a limit to how many tokens you can have at any given time. So it's slightly different math. It's slightly more involved than just simple arithmetic. I know how to add, usually, sometimes, probably. Anyways, this quest was great. Highly recommend. Then banish these 5 cards: 173, 174, 175, 176, 177. Yes, all 5 minutes are banished. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Then, if you still have key item 135, flip it to its B side. Oh, we do not still have the sealed envelope, yeah? No. We gave that away, so we don't get to do that. Keep this card as a squill. Okay. That was actually very helpful. Let's go upstairs and see if we can get even more money. Small 82. Boom, 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 boom. Quiet dormitory. Bunks line the walls. There are a few guards sleeping in bunks or reading tomes. Okay, so there's literally, literally nothing of note here. Let's go downstairs. Small 81. Guard basement. There are a few small jail cells here. It's damp and smells mostly unpleasant, although there's a nice hint of pine scent coming on the breeze of an open window shaft. Once again, nothing to explore. I would be. I would bet, though, that there's a way to get somebody in or out of jail later on. That feels like the kind of thing that would happen. Okay, we're done with the guardhouse. There are 2 things left for us to do until we have money. Let's go to long 50 and see what's that direction. I am curious. Before the east gate, stone arches reach for the sky over the cobblestone road. A massive door is here cut into the side of the mountain. The east gate, or Exile's Gate as the locals are calling it, stands tall. You hope to step through those doors soon. Right, I'm not actually allowed to go through it yet. Okay. This would be here, which is why I had to move everything else, because it's just massive. Let's go to medium 58, I guess. I'm just looking for 2 more K will get me this quest completed, which I hope will get me even more money. Ooh, there's an elaborate estate. If you entered from long 50, start here. Interesting. You're stopped by 2 guards behind a large steel gate. No entrance without business, one of the guards says. You have no choice but to head back. Hold on. Because we have the runner's token, which says, look for the exact text, no entrance without business. Then ignore the other rules text and place medium 58, then place party on K. That means that this is the person who is extorting people. I don't really truck with extortion, by the way. Not my thing. POI 112. Behind the manor. You're behind the large manor house. You can see an open window on the floor above. The manor's wooden shingles fill the air with a thick musk. You can see someone milling about inside the house. Window. You can see an open window on the floor above. There's a light burning in the room, illuminating what appears to be a luxurious study. And the shingles? The shingles are made of some fine dark wood. They look perfectly placed on the row and layout, like the scales of some wooden dragon. Oh, you know what I just realized? I'm wondering if we can jump over the wall here, which is how we get to that entrance. Someone, a figure is pacing in the main room on the first floor. You could yell at them to let you in. I didn't know we were locked out yet, so put a pin in that. I'm gonna see POI 111. I'm curious if I'm correct on this prediction. Yeah, I know it's weird. We just got in and we're immediately leaving, and the guards are like, excuse me. The East Gate. For a moment, you are awestruck as you gaze upon the giant doors in the stone cliff. Every noise echoes and reverberates off the great stone walls. Let's look at those doors. Gazing up at the massive doors, you think about how close you are to freedom. If you can just get enough squills, perhaps you'll be walking through those doors soon. How about the walls? The thick stone walls are high. A patch of vines grows through some arched opening. From somewhere beyond the stone walls, you hear a dog barking. Alright, I got nothing. I thought this is where I was going to use the jumping potion, but nope. Continuing on, let's go to POI 116 so I verify it's, closed. Door of the Manor. You knock on the door here. A few minutes later, a woman in a suit opens the door and looks at you. Ah, the new runner. You're late. Crooney needs his K. Hand over the dues. Uh, do you remember what the dues were? It's been so long. This afternoon was so long ago. We'll give, I really don't like giving my money away because I'm trying to earn it, but we'll give two. We'll give two. Why not?
Ah, so little. Crooney won't be pleased, but he never is. Thank you, runner.
Lose the K you gave and flip NPC 163 to their C state. Whoa, what? Okay. Okay, so that's the barkeep. Don't know what the topic of conversation will be then. Okay. Well, if she's here, then why why do we need to yell at somebody inside the house? Huh. Okay. Let's go yell at somebody. You yell to the person inside. They pull the curtains and look at you. A moment later, a handful of guards come around the corner. Uh-oh, dry vent 225. Uh-oh. Hmm. Guards! You hear this clatter of boots on the ground. The city guards are coming. Choose one option below. Flee, charm, fight, or surrender. I guess we try to flee? Or do we try to fight them? That's a tough check. A strength 23? Charisma 19 is doable. Yeah, that should be doable. Let's try the Charisma 19, and we will have Rix spend a mana for that, which is the cost. I guess. Alright, Charisma 19 from Rix. Hiya! Okay, that's a 16 plus 8 is 24. They let you off with a warning. Place party on Big 62 and index this card. Which one's... Oh. Big 62 is like the entrance to the city? That's so far away. I see. I'm kind of curious what surrender does, but... Alright. 225. Re-index this card. Got it. Okay. Then we do the whole rigmarole. We get back in because we're the runner, and we go to small 84 because I'm curious. I just want money. Unfortunately, I just gave away some money and got nothing in exchange. If explored from medium 58, start here, the walled garden. You can start from POI 111? Oh, wow. Okay. A growling dog is here. You run back the way you came before the dog takes further notice. Place back on medium 58 and index this. Okay. Okay. Sounds good, I guess. Okay. I guess they really don't want us there. We leave. My money has taken a beating. Let's go talk to NPC 173. Please don't try to sell us anything. We're very poor. You may not know this about us. We are poor. 173. Oh, my poor memory. Here we are. Bilma Gadfly. She's a halfling lady. She's confident. She smokes her pipe. She has a crooked nose. A crusty old halfling is here with thick leathery skin and a crooked nose, puffing on a pipe and letting out smoke rings. Well, they finally let you exiles into the city, have they? You're finally here. You have any new gossip from your travels? This creature would love to hear it. And if you're looking for squills, I have a little proposal. We do have some gossip. This creature loves to gossip. I terribly love to talk about others. Hearing stories of their follies goes down like a tasty morsel. Unfortunately, all I hear about these days are offers from my suitors. Got some bad news for you. We have some of those too. What's your proposal? Well, I'm not getting any younger. Should probably choose one of my many suitors to settle down with, but who's it to be? Okay, suitors. Well, I'm a bit of a creature, wink. Lots of lads out to catch me. Help me choose one, and you can have my squirrel, exile. How do we help you choose? Stop burying the lead here. Bring me their offers. If you like one, I'll go on a date and give 'em a try. Okay, so here's the deal. If you bring Bilma an offer of love, read it out loud, then choose if she would accept it or not. If she accepts, follow the text on the offer. So we have a few offers of love, actually. And by that I mean 3 of them. 3 people who are hopelessly in love with Bilma, apparently. Only one of them is somebody who claims to have known her since her youth. And here's the thing, I wish I could ask her about that to verify before saying, yeah, you want to go on a date with this person who you just met? I don't like Laurel. I'm going to throw his limerick in the trash. Even though he paid us to give her the limerick. he was too rude to us, so his limerick goes in the trash. That's life. I think I want to give Clar's sonnet to him. Or Yanni's haiku. Nah, Clar's sonnet. That's the one I like. Alright. This is an offer of love. Beyond the furthest star, my heart has leapt to sky, no distance is too far. Twixt moonlight, you and I, dancing in the dark, in truth until we die. Your laugh is gone, I hark, quiet but for your voice, defiant streams do arc. Behold, this is my choice, when silent memories mar, until at last rejoice. Go forth in dauntless spar, your love has left its scar. Lovely. I think Bilma accepts the offer. Event 158. You can go on a date with Clar. Although she does seem the type of lady who's like, no, I want a young man. I deserve a young'un. Clar, the coupletless old man from Cheapside? Marry for love over money, eh? Tell him I'll meet him at the Dainty Dwarf for a whiskey. You walk over to Cheapside and tell Clar the good news. He straightens his necktie and asks you to wish him luck as he scurries off to meet Bilma. An hour later, the two come out of the Dainty Dwarf hand in hand. We're gonna settle the matter forthwith. Why don't you come witness? Sounds good to me. That's a refresher. There's Bilma on the left and Clar on the right. You follow Clara and Bilma to her favorite establishment, the three-string saloon. The two lovebirds stand together in front of the barkeep, who says the words in front of a small assembly. After the kiss, the bride seeks you out. Yeah, I guess it's for love then, eh? She winks. Please, take this as a token of my gratitude. She hands you the wooden coin. Oh, there's so much to do now. Okay. Oh boy. Gain 2 experience. That one's easy. The hard part is coming up. Then change the state of NPCs 173, 175, and 176 to their B state. Also flip tile medium 62 to its B state and banish all of the offers of love. So that one is easy. Banishing turns out a lot easier than replacing cards. But we can do this. We're all in this together. 173 is Bilma, so I'll just go ahead and replace her right now. 173. Next up, 175. Is not Laurel. It's Yanni. Okay, all right. He's not happy about this. Well, you can't win them all, right? And then Laurel, 176. Yeah, you, sir, deserve this. This is what happens when you make... Oh no, my microphone cut out. Hold on. Or maybe it cut out? Went off. I don't think it actually cut out, though. That was weird. Anyway, oh, then my camera actually does cut out. Love it. You love to see it. Okay. Give me a moment. Sometimes if I turn it off and on again, it figures... Hey, look at that. It figures out its life. It's when it gets blurry, when it gets unfocused, then the camera has no hope of recovering, and I have to restart the stream. I'm glad that didn't happen here. Medium 62 on the B state. Which one's medium 62? Oh, no. Okay. Medium 62 is this one, which was kind of the slums of town. And if you're just joining me and have no idea what Arydia is, there's a lot you're missing. But I will just say it's a really fantastic game. Um, Probably better in person, you know? But I'm hoping to try and represent it as best I can. All right, yeah, Cheapside is the name of that neighborhood. Keep this card as a squill. Very good. We're still pretty short of 33 squills for the one person's quest. My goodness. Let's talk to Bilma again, now that she's all married.
Well, exiles, thanks for helping this creature settle down. But just 'cause I'm settled doesn't mean I don't need a little gossip now and then. You didn't think marriage would change that, did ya?
I really didn't know. But how is your marriage going?
It's a fine institution, really. I sowed my wild oats when I was young. I once had a prince wrapped around my finger. All that's in the past now. I've got Clar, and I'm happy.
Wink. What does the wink mean? Hey, Bilma, what does the wink mean? Wink. Oh, man. Yeah, okay, so I was hoping to get money out of that, and I did not. I am still dirt poor. So I guess we have to leave and go do side jobs for a while, because, yep, we're poor. We leave the city of Eastgate. All of these tiles get packed up, which I will do at a later time. Actually, this is a perfect... Oh no, I just gained a third viewer. What a time for everyone to show up. Alright, tell you what, if anyone says anything in chat, I will play for a little bit longer. We'll do some traveling. That part's relatively easy. Press or type F to travel. I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm easy. We are traveling along this road path. Our goal is over here. We do have somebody to talk to in this town, and then we're gonna go over to the next part of the world map. Yeah. So, on the road path, there's a colorful cart. You draw near and see a large cart, colorful, with wares and goods. We don't stop because we're dirt poor. We cannot afford the traveling merchant. Then we go on this dirt path. Yes, which is a road. Your spirits are high as you travel along. Thank you. Generally, the road paths are a little bit easier to travel along. You have fewer difficulties, so they're generally good. That said, we do have 2 exhausted tokens, so we'll probably be spending some speed even if we stick to the roads. Speaking of which, I was going to do the road. We have no hunger token left, so we each spend a speed to not gain the exhausted condition in our threat deck. Then I guess we go up here. Oh, look, it's the colorful cart again. We don't go to the cart. And then we go along this road path. Sorry, it's a bit of a stretch. You pass this way easily, thank you. Good, because I wanted to just go straight to town. I didn't want to have a lot of trickery along the way. And I haven't been in Felsworn Village in a long time. It's Big One. Oh, Big One. And the reason I want to stop here is there is a guard here who witnessed us kill the Kiro, and I want to see what their reaction is now that they're no longer worried about the Kiro. I want to know if they have any quests for us, you know? Because they talked about hunting an even bigger one. So I might as well go do that. We go talk to NPC 7. Gray the Warden. She's a human woman. She's alert, and her actions are to raise eyebrow. Oh, look, even in the little key art here. She's got a nice raised eyebrow. A guard stands here, hand on hilt. She smiles and points a thumb at the wall behind her. A Kiro pelt is mounted there. If it isn't the Kiro Slayer! Everyone I speak with is glad you exiles have come, especially those who have business on the road. It wasn't Nightbane you slew, but every Kiro's a menace, so I guess I owe you. Yeah, let's get that pelt. It feels a bit barbaric displaying the pelt of a slain animal as a trophy, but the Kiro was a real menace, attacking helpless travelers and causing all kinds of trouble for the locals. All the same, you feel a bit sad having killed such a powerful creature. Speak for yourself? Describe Nightbane for us, because this is intriguing, I'll be honest. She's still out there, the terror. Nightbane is a beast like no other in the basin. Cunning, wild, deadly. I've lost many good warriors to her, and someday I hope to see them avenged. Now, when you say you owe us... Well, I haven't got much to give, but I did save this for you. I thought you might like it as a remembrance of your mighty deed. One time only, gain key item 16. I like getting stuff. Did somebody say stuff? I like stuff. Ta-da! Kiro Tooth! You removed a tooth from the Kiro that you slew. You've taken the tooth as part of your deeds. Keep this card in the party inventory until you find a card with the exact text, "That Kiro is a menace." Oh no, did somebody in this town say that? Other than that guard right there? She didn't just say it, unless I am forgetful, which I am. But none of you heard this guard say that Carol is a menace, only it was. Yeah, every Caro is a menace, but not that Caro. Okay. We didn't find that exact text. I do want to talk to the barkeep here, which is long 2, just to see if this person is the one we're going to show the tooth to, even though, like, the pelt is outside, so they should know about this. Oh, I forgot there's a dwarf in this town. Okay. NPC 9. I thought it was just the tavern keeper. I forgot about this person. All right. Gren Fesk. A dwarf sits here, nervous eyes flickering across the room. Hey there. Have you heard the latest rumors? I'm a veritable bastion of informative information. I could tell you about horrors of an agricultural nature or the grief of a brother if you'd buy me a drink. Yeah, no, we don't need to buy this person a drink. We've already had all their dialogue options. I think they just want booze. Okay. So we just have the Carrow Tooth, and we'll have to talk to somebody else about that in the future. Don't even know who I'd go about talking to. And then we not only leave, but we travel to the next portion of the world map. So let's get this out. We go on this here water path. You enjoy your travels taking in the sights. So my camera's not good enough to display all this all at once. That's why I don't do it. But this fits right here. And we go right there. Look at that. You could fit the entire... There's also a third giant map tile. And you could fit that in with the rest of it to make one complete picture. But that requires a lot of table space, turns out. So we need to go somewhere. Ravens Road. We need to go to Ravens Road, which is here, because we need to do this side quest that we've had forever, so we can make some money. We are poor. Your spirits are high as you travel along. Very good. And we're going to go as straight there as I can get, but I'm going to take the road path this way. Small crowd. Just ahead you see a small crowd gathered by the side of the road. You may draw event 203 and engage in an arm wrestling contest because I've already done this. I don't want to test my luck on that. We're already poor enough. It's a strength 30 check, and I have a +6 to strength, so it's not a likely win for me, and it cost me a K to even participate. The journey is difficult and your spirit sag. That's exactly what I wanted. I have one more pathfinding cube on my ranger, so I get to flip all of my travel tokens. Now, normally, having your travel tokens upside down is bad because it means you can't reveal new tiles, new hexes. But as you can see, I've done my exploration, so now I'm not as concerned about them being flipped. But if they're all flipped down, then I'm just going to spend a cube because then I don't have to spend speed in the future to not be exhausted. And we have one more movement that I need to do. That is the mountain path. The journey is difficult and your spirits sag. Oh, look at that. All right, we're just going to flip our... that's the morale token. We get to Raven's Road, and now we finally do this stupid thing. Okay. Zertle is going to spend his speed to smash rocks. That's a strength 12 check. I'm going to roll this, and then I need to update my overlay. That's an adjusted 14 with my +6 modifier. So we succeed. I forget what this card does. Place 1k on this card for each success, up to 3k maximum. Sounds good. So we get 1 success. And then I can spend a speed again to roll again. That is a 10. I'm just going to accept the fail on that one. Try again, spend another speed. That is a 20. Adjusted 20, not a natural 20. So we get 1 more K. And then I can spend my last speed point to roll 1 more time and hopefully get it. Is that an 11? Boy, that's disappointing. That's very disappointing for me. We're going to spend a cube from our really good knapsack to gain 3 speed back. Spend 1 of them to roll again. There we go. Adjusted 25. We get our K. And that is where we're going to end the session for today. I would love to keep going, but I need to sleep as tomorrow morning is going to be rough for me. So I need to sleep. But we will be back another day. So everybody, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Yeah. It feels good to have people watching this. I don't do it for people to watch it necessarily. But obviously I prefer that people watch it. So thank you. Yeah. It's a weird one. I'm trying to get into the right mindset because in the past I tried streaming and I was in the mindset of like maybe I can make a go of it, a proper go of it. And I don't think that ends well. You know? I don't think that ends well. But here my goal is I want to stream, and if people are watching, I want to stream so that I can play through these games. And if people are watching, great. And I'm going to treat it like I treated growing up with my siblings, where they would watch while I played and, do the voice and everything. And it was just a generally good time. I had fun with it. Anyways, I'm going into a rambling spree because I am tired. This is what happens late at night. I start rambling. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, and I hope you did, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the following US and Canada Pacific times. On Mondays, I stream at 1 p.m. Modded Skyrim. Mondays at 10:30 p.m. Final Fantasy VII, the original PC port. Wednesdays at 1 p.m., modded Skyrim again. And then Fridays at both 1 p.m. and 10:30 p.m., we stream Arydia, The Path We Dare Tread. That's the game you just watched. It's a TTRPG in a box style of board game. I really highly recommend it. Not sponsored, open to it, obviously. It's just a really solid game, and especially I want to call out the physical components. If you manage to get your hands on a copy of this game, the physical components have been laid out with such care. You can tell that there's a lot of effort and love put into this game, and that's really what sets it apart for me. So, I love it. I can't recommend it highly enough. I think it's a really great game. That said, that out of the way, everything I do here is recorded as a video on demand and exported to a YouTube channel. There's a link in the Twitch channel description somewhere down below. If you happen to be watching on YouTube already, hello YouTube! Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. As I said at the top of this sign off, which is now going on way too long. Yeah, everything over on YouTube should be put into helpful playlists, other than my shorts. So check those out if you want to see the whole run of Arydia. It's a lot of me talking, and you'll notice that I can't hold an accent for more than a couple lines of dialogue, and I tend to drift towards a couple of voices. So hopefully that's not a deal breaker. It's been a really fun journey, though. Man, this game rules. I need to sign off. I'm starting to ramble. Everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting and chatting. Thank you for liking, following, subscribing, all the other good stuff you can do both here on Twitch and over on YouTube. And I will see you all next time.